So you listed it, you time taxed it, and you labeled it. And now it's time to do the work. Hey bosses, welcome to day 4 of the Increase Your Productivity Challenge. If you are new here, I'm Lavelle, your online project manager who helps online business owners, coaches, and consultants to go from busy and overwhelmed to organized and brilliant. I'm happy that you are actually here at day 4 of the challenge. That means that you have been doing the work all week long. But here's the thing though, the real work is going to come in today, because today is a day that you have to decide whether or not you are going to take action on the data that you have been gathering all week. So that's what I've been having you do for the previous 3 days. I've been having you gather the data that's going to help you to focus on how you are going to increase your productivity, because that's the only way the challenge is going to work. Like I said, this isn't a come sit and listen to me speak kind of video. This is an actual do the work and then you'll see the results type of video. So let's get into today. What I was going to originally call evaluate it, but as I sat here before I came on, I'm like, yeah, it might not be just an evaluation that I want you to do today. I actually want you to do 2 things. Today, I want you to process it and I want you to plan it. And here's what I mean. When I say process it, I need you to actually take a look at the data that you have captured all week. And then I need you to create a plan on how you are going to move forward. So let's dive into process it before we dive into planning it. So yesterday for day 3, if you haven't done day 3, go back into it. But yesterday for day 3, I had you actually label all of the things that you're doing in your business, whether or not they're love tasks, hate tasks, meh, or indifferent tasks, and then things that you've already outsourced if you have an assistant or a team. For those things, I also asked you to tally up based on your list how much time you're spending in tasks that you love, how much time that you're spending in tasks that you hate, how much time you're spending in tasks that you're indifferent about, and how much time you've already outsourced. So here's what I want you to do today as you process this information that you now have in front of you. The first thing I want you to do is to pay attention to where you are spending most of your time. If you are spending most of your time in love tasks, that is absolutely awesome, right? You are already ahead of the game if you're spending time in your days doing the things that you love, most of your time doing the things that you love. However, I know a lot of you that are going through this challenge are going to be like, I'm in tasks I absolutely hate, or I'm in tasks that are just, I don't feel any type of way about it. It's just something that I have to do. I know a lot of you are going to be in that space today. Now, if that's you, here's the thing that I want you to do. I want you to actually look at your list of all of these things that you hate or that you're indifferent about and they just need to get done. And I need you to honestly think about how you can manage that in your business. Now, I'm going to give you 2 different options. The first one is, if you've been on my blog before, you've seen me talk about the 4 Ds of time management. And that is basically do, defer, delete, or delegate, right? So I want you to pay attention and look at the tasks that are on your list and figure out which things that you want to continue to do, which are the things that you may be able to defer, which of the things that you might be able to delegate to someone else, and then which of those things you can delete. And y'all know I like the delete one. Like, that's it. Look, give me a list and I can delete some tasks off your list for you. Okay, y'all know I love delete. But yes, the other thing that I want you to pay attention to or look at as you're looking through the tasks that are on your list are there any things that you can possibly automate? Because you might have been doing it for so long that you have not even thought, hey, maybe I can automate some of this stuff so I don't have to manually do it anymore. So look at your list and pay attention to those things, especially in the areas where can I delegate, where can I delete, and where can I automate? Okay. The other thing that I want you to do as you're processing this data is think about, okay, how do I move forward now that I know that these things are coming off my plate, but this is a chunk of stuff that still needs to get done in my business. Like, it's in order for my business to operate, these tasks still need to get done. So the second thing is, figuring out, can I delegate these things to somebody else if I'm out of space in my business where I can actually hire some help? Or maybe I can barter with somebody else. That's another thing, because you don't always have to go to the, oh gosh, I have to pay somebody else to help me. The other thing that you can actually do is think about, okay, is there somebody I know who I can barter some services with, right? I hate organizing. I hate doing all the things. Who do I know that's great at it? and they might need something that I'm offering, right? They might need coaching services. So I can be like, hey, I'm going to coach you if you can come in my business and help me get a little bit of my stuff organized, right? But make sure that if you're doing bartering, it's at least an equal, it's an equal deal, and nobody is like feeling like they're getting over on the next person. So you can also try bartering to get rid of some of the services. Now, I need you to really think about, this is your business model. How can you actually effectively delegate or, delete some of those tasks? So think about it from your business perspective, because you're the only person that knows your business, right? The other thing that I want you to pay attention to is, your processes. Pay attention to like the steps that it's taking you to do certain things in your business, because you may have been doing it one way because that's just the way that you've always done it. But maybe there is like steps that you can cut out of the process that will make it even faster, right? We want to take steps away, not add more steps. So look at those things in your business, especially those things that are taking a very long time. And you might think about, okay, how can I make this shorter? How can I make this faster? How can I make this quicker, right? If it's not something that you can automate or delegate, think about how you can make it faster, right? The other thing that you can do, I just lost my train of thought. Okay, so the other thing that you can do is what I've mentioned before, because we said we're going to process it and plan it. The other thing that you can do is, if you are not in a space where you can actually like delegate it to somebody else now, think about how much money, right, do I need to earn in my business in order to actually have enough to actually hire help, right? So think about how much money or how much revenue do I need to generate so that I can actually hire somebody to come in and help me in my business. You are entrepreneurs. I know y'all can come up with some services that you can, put out there and sell that will allow you to bring in somebody to help you. So, just think this is where we're processing it and we're planning it. Sit in this space and think about, how can I earn more money to actually bring somebody in to help me? So whether it's a service that you offer or something that you want to throw together and sell, like a digital product or something, think about different ways that you can generate more revenue so that you can get the help that you need. All right, so that's it for today. Today is process it and plan it. All week long, you have been capturing the data. Now I actually want you to sit with it and make a plan on, what am I going to do next now that I know these things about myself? What am I going to do next now that I know that I'm spending a lot of time in tasks that I hate or tasks that I don't love, right? What am I going to do next so I can get these things off of my plate, right? And for tomorrow's exercise, which is the last one, in order to actually go through tomorrow's exercise, you have to finish this one today, because it's going to make no sense if you actually don't do the work. So I encourage you to take the 10 minutes and actually sit with the data that you've captured all week and process and plan it. All right, so that's the end of today's challenge. Make sure you're back tomorrow for the final day in the Increase Your Productivity Challenge. I'll talk to you soon.